is Hannah Hendrickson, and this is the final video for my networked learning project. For this project, I decided to try to learn the song Ainini on the violin. I first picked up the violin and I tried to play it, and it sounded horrible. I could barely play it. I decided first to start to read about it, just so I could kind of get an idea of how I was going to scaffold my learning for it. I'm definitely a list person, and TED Talk by David Allen really inspired me, and how to break my list down into more actionable items. So when I first started, I thought that this was going to be a relatively easy thing, but I found it to be very challenging and very frustrating. The first place I started was I started to learn how to have proper form. I did that by watching a YouTube video, basically of how to hold it, and then I actually took a picture of myself to make sure that I looked like the person in the video, and I thought that I had it pretty right. What was difficult was maintaining that form throughout the process, and there was nobody there to correct me, so I just had to self-correct myself constantly. And then the next step was learning how to tune my violin, and I found some very helpful YouTube videos that helped me to tune it, so I could play the note along with the person, and then I could see if I had to turn or adjust it. Until this point, I felt quite successful. And then when it came to producing good tone, or what I thought was good tone, that was my biggest challenge, because I didn't know if I was producing good tone because nobody was actually there with me. So I really was feeling disconnected. Nobody could actually listen to me. So that's when I decided to actually take a video of myself playing a couple notes. And I tried to find a forum that would let me post the video and then maybe see if people would give me pointers. But I tried posting it, and I had to pay like a really expensive fee. That just made me feel frustrated, and so I decided not to do it. So then at that point, I had kind of a dip in my learning. I was able to pretty easily learn how to play a scale. I didn't know which notes really matched with which fingers. So even though I had the song in front of me, and really how I had to do it was kind of just by line, learning note by note one at a time and then memorizing it. Basically, I think I ended up kind of taking on a little too much and thinking that I would be able to learn all the notes in that time. But I would say that I successfully did learn how to play the song. I don't know if I learned how to play the song with good tone. I felt that it really opened up my eyes to all the different really YouTube videos that are available, and although it was really hard to sort through them and pick the good ones, I got better at that as time went on, finding people that I learned best from, and then using their videos and then watching their next video and their next in their progression. I got much better at sort of critically analyzing different YouTube videos, starting to look at like how I could incorporate YouTube videos into my teaching. I'm a visual arts teacher, and I found that there's so many videos that are available for teaching specific skills, which I find kind of hard because sometimes it's hard just in terms of like the actual setup of my classroom to have kids all watch me do something, and I know that a lot of kids miss it. So if they have it on a projector, 4 or 5 people showing them one way to use a certain material and then me doing it, they'll get a lot more out of it. I also thought about incorporating sort of YouTube videos into my teaching, because everybody in my school has every kid has an iPad. They can bring the iPad into my classroom. They can actually YouTube whatever art skill that they're trying to master. So overall, I would say that actual learning the violin experience was challenging, but it did open my eyes to this world that there's so much information in. And I think that the next step would be how to teach those skills of how to analyze videos and how to pick the right ones and the wrong ones, or how to sift through all that vast information to find out like what is a reliable source, to teach that skill to kids, and then just incorporate more of this kind of learning style into my own teaching. I know that I've already started and already had some success with it.